everybody, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for May 20th through the 26th. And the sun is moving into Gemini today, later tonight, depending on where you are. Maybe it already has moved, but if you are on the east coast of the United States, expect it to shift into Gemini around 10 p.m. tonight. And that's an exciting time for me because I am a Gemini, 13-degree Gemini, which, can be a little bit difficult. But aren't we all difficult? So I pulled some cards from Colette Baron Reid's Weekly Wisdom Oracle. I'm really digging the energy of these cards because they're a little more lighthearted. Yeah, sometimes they're serious, but they really get us thinking. I just needed to shift that energy. And that's what I'm talking about this week, is shifting our energy, shifting our perspective, trying to live happier, healthier lives. And I'll give you some tips of what I do. I'm by no means perfect, I will tell you that. And it takes a lot of work to be happy. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. So stay tuned after I do the cards. Astrologically, not a whole lot going on this week, other than the fact that, the sun is moving into Gemini. I want to do some birthday shout outs. I know my friend Erin's birthday is this coming week. My Aunt Betty in heaven, love her. She still guides me. Her birthday is the 26th. One of my surrogate moms, Pearl, her birthday is the 26th as well. Trying to think. So I've got my birthday. My sister and I share a birthday. So happy birthday, Sal. My niece Casey, my friends Rob and Mike and Mark. I have so many Gemini friends and relatives. Oh, and I can't forget, my Howling Beagle Barley will be 4 on June 6th. So we're only a couple days apart from each other. We get each other. We do. He's like my soulmate. So let's see what I have in the little black bag today. I'm really focusing on joy and happiness and content. So I'm hoping this is along those lines. And obedience. Obedience, that's what came out. That's interesting. I don't even know what to say about obedience. Obedience. I'm like so against that. I am a total rebel. I don't like to be chained down and suffocated and people telling me what to do. Hell no. That's part of being a 13-degree. Any sign is that we are the rebels. We don't belong in places where we are suffocated. That's for sure. We innovate. And obedience. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Maybe you want to comment and tell me what you think this means. I want to put that back. I'm not liking that. So let me pick another one. Obedience. Maybe it has to do with me training my dogs better. I don't know. I don't think that anybody should rule over anybody, whether it's in the home or in your job or in your life or your friends. We're all our own people, and nobody is better than us. And just because people have titles doesn't mean that they get to say, control your life. Obedience. I feel like that's a control thing, and I'm so against it. Authenticity. Well, I can dig that, because when we are authentic, we are definitely happier people. When we are living our truth and being exactly who we are, we're happier. It's when we're hiding and we're putting on a mask and we're fake that's what causes us displeasure and disease. But when you are your true self, I think everything just comes easier. Life is much easier when you're truthful and you're honest and you're putting out that energy. People will pick that up and they'll respond to you in kind the same way, even if it's something that they don't want to hear. When we're authentic, you know, it really allows us to live a better life and a life of integrity. And you know, I'm all about that. So if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing my London, England shirt because of the royal wedding, and I hope, you know, some of you have seen it. It was reported over 2 billion people around the world watched it. I had my own little royal wedding party set up here. I woke up at 5 a.m. I watched it all day and night. I watched the repeats. I watched the special reports that were recorded, and the Lifetime movie of Meghan and Harry that, yeah, it's already out, but I'm a little royally obsessed. So, and I did get this in London, England. I think I got it in Buckingham Palace gift shop, maybe, or the Windsor Palace gift shop. So the cards this week, the sun's moving into Gemini. It's all about our thoughts. Geminis are deep thinkers. They think all the time. They think so much that they drive themselves crazy. They drive other people crazy. They talk too much. I know I talk a lot. They're the communicators, and they are a dual sign. So, you know, what you see is not always what you get. I know for me, I try to be as authentic as possible. So what you see with me is what you get. What else about Gemini? We're a pain in the ass because we can't make up our mind. We're always running off to the next best thing. We're always looking for excitement and adventure. And if you're a Debbie Downer, you probably will not be in a Gemini's life for very long because they don't like the drama. They just want to have fun. All right. So with Geminis being such deep thinkers, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is, you know, of the mind. And you know, Mercury goes retrograde a couple times a year, and it really screws with a lot of people. Well, just think about what it does to a Gemini. And I have 8 aspects in Gemini in the 12th house of karma and past lives. So when Mercury goes retrograde, I'm actually really good. Maybe it's because all of that Gemini is in the 12th house that I already know how to spiritually deal with it. So the card that comes up for the beginning of the week is Deep Knowing. This is about connecting to something higher, something deeper, going within yourself to find out what your truths are, what the truth of other people are, taking off your mask. This is about being authentic. And this is also, you know, just digging really deep down into who you are, what it is you want out of life, and, you know, living your best life through a deeper, higher connection. I will go into more detail about this tomorrow. The card that comes up for the middle of the week is TikTok. So this is pretty interesting as well with the sun moving into Gemini because things are going to start moving really fast. Mercury, that planet, it is a quick planet. Gemini is quicksilver lightning, you know, just like constantly going. It's like we're the Energizer bunnies. So TikTok automatically said to me is that with this shift of the sun moving into Gemini, a lot of us could feel that we're running out of time. And this is also about divine timing, and it's about being patient. Now, it could be difficult to try and slow ourselves down and be patient with things during sun in Gemini, especially because the summer is on its way here in the northern hemisphere. But this is saying that everything wonderful happens to us and for us in divine timing. I saw something this morning in one of my On This Days on Facebook, and it said, if you still have a dream living within inside of you, even a little spark, know that there is still space and time in the universe for that dream to come to fruition. So if there's still something that you are wanting, just know that it is on its way. It has a divine place and time for it to happen for you, and not when you particularly want it. So we're just going to have to sit back and be a little patient. And then the card that I have for Friday, the end of the week, is All That Glitters. Now, what this is saying to me is it going perfectly with the authenticity card, because this is about the masks that we wear. This is about chasing after that next sparkly thing in our lives to boost our happiness, to make us feel better. These are like false jewels that appear in our lives at different times, whether it's people or jobs or statuses. They show up in our lives to teach us lessons, but all that glitters is not gold. And what this card is also saying to me is that so many people think that the car that they drive, the house that they live in, the clothes that they wear, the job title that they have, or like the stature of status in their job makes them who they are, because it's something on the outside. It's a facade that we're showing the world. But this is saying, really take a look at who you are on the inside, because that is who you are. None of that outward stuff matters. And people that are authentic, they can spot a fake. They could spot somebody wearing a mask from a mile away, and it's that energy that they're putting out. Just know that we need to focus on what are the true joys in our lives, not these facades and masks and cures that try to hide who we are really on the outside. All of these things are just like a little band-aid that is covering up something maybe at our core that really needs to be looked at and addressed. So now, as far as crystals are concerned, the crystal birthstones for Gemini are Alexandrite, pearl. I think there are a couple of others. I don't happen to have any on me right now. They are away in a safe, because both of those are, could be quite expensive. But what I thought about when I was thinking of what crystal to use for the Gemini season, and this is just clear crystal quartz. It has a key in it. If you don't know what the keys are, these are pieces that can unlock knowledge within ourselves. So I thought that this, also representing clarity, would be great for the Gemini season, because often the Gemini mind is just so full of quick, lightning ideas over and over again. Like, as soon as an idea comes into my mind, if I don't write it down, it's gone. So this will also help me during this month to improve myself, bring clarity to mind, and I think that's what I'm going to use. This within itself is probably going to be the weekly wisdom video, but I want you to stay tuned for my happiness video. It's kind of like a public service announcement. I've done a lot of research on happiness and how happy are we. I find that so many people around me that I encounter on a daily basis have little or no happiness and joy in their lives. And they want to know what the secret of that is. And the secret is, it's within yourself. It's within your mind. It's within your own perspective. And so stay tuned, as I will be, I wrote an article about this, and I will be recording another video. So happy Gemini season, and peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to stay tuned for my other video. I have a lot of great blogs out there. I just did an analysis of Harry and Meghan's birth charts, and I think that they're going to be a fantastical couple together. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you don't want to miss any things going on with Expressions of the Universe, you can always subscribe to my blog, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on YouTube. Have a great week. Peace and blessings. Bye.